And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert! Hey, tight. Right there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. 3 down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
On the default. It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to Grant, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jackson. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Jackson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Corey Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Spencer. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here we go, D. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Spencer. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming. Hatchet, Hatchet. 49. Tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch the curve. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Jump.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Check the call.
Operating from the gun. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Third down, Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And at the 48-yard line.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. On 52. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now Allen.
Here we go.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school. Kill, kill, kill. Monday.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Spencer. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Mike 4. Mike 5-4. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 3. Check 3. 56. 56.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
We got this.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen to throw. And that'll be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54.
He's back to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
To throw is Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Regular. 22 jet bomber.
Back to throw. Allen. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming for you, son.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
19. 56.
On first down, Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Allen to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the deep ball. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 54. Time to go, night.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.